All right. We have best of three. Well, we're not casting the whole best of three here today, but it was a game from a best of three with Raced. Slaanesh versus Dark Elves. And it was a serious game, serious tournament. I was not fucking around. I don't know if Raced was, because he brought the Blood Rack Shrine. I don't know how much of that was serious, but we'll see. Anyway, I did bring this guy, so I brought the Chaos Lord of Slaanesh. The brief thought is that I'm used to Malekith being in this matchup, and I've tried fighting him in the air. It doesn't work. Scourge Chariots offer too much support in the air that I just can't deal with, and I take too much damage. And also, all the Flying Lords of Slaanesh are too expensive compared to Malekith, and I don't know. I generally don't like it. So I was trying a new thing. Chaos Lord, he's pretty fast. He's pretty cheap on his horse, and he does have a bound Rampage, which is nice. Rampages on Dragon Lords is always pretty incredible. Minus speed aura, minus melee attack aura, plus 50% more damage on himself. It's just really, he's really good. So I thought maybe if Malekith was here and he landed, I could like Rampage him. We also have a Cast Sorcerer of Slaanesh, so if Malekith was trying to snipe out my caster, he does get some healing from just casting spells, and I gave him the 2 cheapest spells in the Slaanesh army just to get as much buffs out as possible. Other than that, it's a shit ton of Marauders, Marauder Spears, Marauders with Sword and Board, and then we have a bunch of Hellstriders. I have 4 of the anti-large variant, 3 of the whip variant. That's literally the entire Slaanesh build. On the other side, it is Malus Darkblade, the Blood Rack, Medusa ROR, the Siren of Red Ruin. We do have some Harpies, the Crows of Cain, Bleak Sword frontline with 3 Sisters of Slaughter. The Naked Whip ladies fighting against Slaanesh is pretty poetic. Then a Sorceress of Death with Fate of Una and Spirit Leech, and some Dark Riders. That is about it. So everybody's popping all their buffs, trying to help out with this single entity fight. Bloodrack Medusa and Malus opting into a fight with my 2 Chaos characters. I thought they would do better. When I realized they start doing poorly, I start to try and get out of here, and I will rely on the rest of my army to win this. But yeah, my Sorcerer's getting messed up, my Chaos Lord's getting messed up, and we just need to get the fuck out of there. Marauders are doing fine, better than fine in certain cases, just destroying Bleak Swords, and with the Hellstriders getting rear charges across the board. You can see how many things we've gotten to rout off already. I even throw down a Rampage onto the Crows of Cain to try and get him maybe out of control. Sorcerer slips away, Chaos Lord slips away, throws a whip on the out set, but he is just trying to heal himself up with some casts, and they're trying to get away and let the rest of my Slaanesh army do its work. Malus is chasing him. I pop Sweet Sorrow, so I already have the tier 3 army ability for Slaanesh. 2 minutes into the game, I have the tier 3 army ability. I'm just like, more speed, more vigor, get all of my lords and stuff out of there. They're getting their ass kicked by Malus. That was a mistake. Just run. So Hellstriders chasing off everything. We have mostly routed the Dark Elf army. The only things remaining are these Sisters of Slaughter that are proving rather persistent, and then the single entities. So, yeah. Hellstriders look like they're going to get Fate of Bunid, which is a really expensive spell to send on them, but oh well. Narcissism is cast on the Sorceress of Death. I see her outside the formation. I think it may be Sniper. Sending both my single entities over here, sending a bunch of Hellstriders, even going to use that Sorcerer's Bound spell, but we are trying to sniper out while Malus is entirely inundated with devoted Marauders, and Hellstriders continue to chase off stuff, mostly just trying to get more army passive for more Rampages and more of those types of things. Sorcerer's taking a lot of damage. I even popped my Rampage on this guy, so if I can land 1 hit on her, if I can apply it at all, she will Rampage back into me and die. I even tell the Hellstriders to go stop Malus because they're just getting in my way at this point. I really want to hit her, really want to Rampage her. I can't manage to. I'm even getting a Spirit Leech in the face, and I don't like that at all. So I think at some point we just have to yeah, we're going to have to cast the army ability because my buff wore off and I never hit her, which is a shame. But, oh well. I want to see that come through, but I guess it's going to take forever. Eventually I Rampage that lady with the army ability. Okay. Hellstrider's still trying to hold down Malus, trying to fight these Chaos Furies. And in the back here, the Siren of Red Ruin is throwing out her Wail of Malus, doing a lot of damage to my Hellstriders and my Spearmen that are trying to inundate this area. We did rout one of the Sisters of Slaughter. We did rout one of the Black Ark Corsairs. There's the Rampage I mentioned a second ago. So we're still trying to get her. Even though while rampaging, she hasn't stopped. Like, she's rampaging and running away, so that was really annoying. But whatever. Rampage is not the most functioning ability at the moment. Everything is routing besides Malus, the Crows of Cain, and the Siren of Red Ruin's little blob there. She thinks about taking a fight with my Sorcerer. And I'm like, you know what? Sure. Sorcerer, kick your ass. You got this, buddy. You're a little Chaos Sorcerer. Those guys usually have pretty good stats. He's going to throw out his wand ability and continue to fight on his own. Bloodrock Shrine is actually getting a lot of impressive charge attacks off. The mage in the distance is dead. We've almost routed that Sister Slaughter. And after like 3 charge attacks, I was like, you know what? Chaos Sorcerer, just get out of there. Just don't do that. Hellstrider's still trying to finish off the Crows of Cain, getting them awfully low. We're getting close to the point in the game where it is going to be just Malus. This lady is taking the opportunity to shoot my Devoted Marauders in the back like a coward. Big damage on that shot. Very nice stuff. But a Hellstrider charge plus the Devoted Marauders being right in front of him. The Sisters of Slaughter should break soon. Another big shot from the Siren of Red Rune. God damn, doing a lot of damage. And those Sisters of Slaughter just do not break. My Chaos Lord is also going to join in just to really get rid of them. So we've routed everything except for the single entities. Cool, good for us. Meanwhile, I am starting to inundate Malus with a bunch of Devoted Spears, while the Hellstriders try and chase down the Crows of Cain. More Hellstriders chasing down Sisters of Slaughter. And we do at last fight the Siren Red Ruin. This time, my caster has the help of his Chaos Lords. We are kicking the shit out of her. We even used a Narcissism Tier 2 army ability to lock her officially in place, and now we are just chasing her off. So Malus is officially the last man on Earth. Siren of Red Ruin does fall. She does die. Rip in peace. Have my single entities chase these Sisters of Slaughter, because their leadership was positive for a second before I charged them, and I just wanted to make sure they didn't rally, but now my Hellstriders are here to take care of it. So Malus is here. Malus is running around. Everything else has shattered, besides that Sister of Slaughter, and we now have him surrounded. A little bit of a bump and grind, gonna occasionally cast spells on him like Acquiescence. Do try and get my Lord in range for those debuffs. The speed, but I'm trying to get him just in range for the Paragon of Excess, because it's a little shorter range. So I'm worried Malus is just going to charge over and get me. But he does not. Throws out the Demon's Curse, minus leadership, minus melee defense. My Hellstriders get a little bit of damage off, and then I think I'll tell them to leave in a second here. And yeah. So Malus is just sitting in Devoted Marauders. Now, if he transforms into Tazarkan, he could definitely carry this game. So what I'm trying to do now is, it's a little bit of a game of chicken. I want to charge in my Chaos Lord of Slaanesh with his buffs up and whatever. Yeah, cool. But I mostly want to hit Malus with the Rampage before he breaks. So I want to hit Malus with Rampage, so then his player, Raced, can't transform him into Tazarkan until the Rampage ends, and then during that Rampage I want to rout or kill him. Charge in, I have my buffs up, Hero Killing Blow, there we go, his leadership is really low, he rampages but he gets the summon off anyway. You hear the sound, there is a giant beacon, but Malus did not technically transform in time, even though, like, my rampage plan did not work. He still started the cast before, I thought the rampage was going when he started the cast, but I can't know when he clicked the button. So, he got off, he got the rampage off, but he didn't get it off fast enough, and then army losses took him out, so it was kind of silly, but mostly I did the replay for the kind of weird ending, but also the Chaos Lord of Slaanesh. You don't see that very often. Hellstriders did fantastically, just dominated the backfield, killed everything. Devoted Marauders did amazingly well as well. Good stuff there. On the side, Malus Darkblade did fine. Sign of Red Rune honestly also did pretty well. Sisters of Slaughter did okay. Deathcaster did fine. And few Harpies not as much, Bleak Swords not as much, Dark Riders not as much. So, but the elite portions of this army actually held up okay. GG. Roar.
Subscribe, yes.